Hip pain can make your whole day harder than it needs to be. It can make standing up feel slow, walking feel uncomfortable, and even sitting too long feel like a problem. But here's the good news. You do not need to get down on the floor. You do not need expensive equipment, and you do not need hard exercises to start helping your hips feel better. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 gentle seated exercises that are simple, beginner-friendly, and made for seniors who want real relief at home. These movements can help ease stiffness, improve mobility, and gently strengthen the muscles that support your hips. So grab a sturdy chair, sit comfortably near the front edge, keep your feet flat on the floor, and let's get started. Before we begin, one quick reminder. Move slowly, breathe normally, and never force anything. You should feel gentle movement or a light stretch, but you should not feel sharp pain. If one side feels tighter than the other, that is completely normal. Just work within a comfortable range and remember that small movements still help. Just grab a solid chair. No wheels, no rocking chairs. Plant it on a flat surface. Sit up as tall as you can, feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. And here's the most important thing I'll say in this entire video. If you feel a sharp stabbing pain during any of these exercises, stop immediately. A gentle stretch or mild muscle ache is normal. Sharp pain is not. Always listen to your body. Now, let's go. Exercise 1. The first exercise is seated marching. This is how we warm up the whole hip area and get blood flowing into the muscles and joints before we ask them to do any real work. You think of it like warming up a car engine on a cold morning. You don't just slam the gas, you ease into it. Here's what you do. Sit up straight with both feet flat on the floor. Now slowly lift your right knee up toward your chest. Just a few inches is completely fine if that's all you've got right now. Hold it up for 1 second, then lower it back down. Now do the same with the left knee. Right up, hold down, left up, hold down. Keep alternating, nice and slow, like you're marching in place. Do this for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Keep your hands resting on your thighs or the armrests for balance. Breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. This simple movement warms up the hip flexors, the muscles at the very front of your hip that shorten when you sit for long periods and cause that deep ache you feel when you stand up. Exercise 2. Exercise 2 is seated, hip circles. Once the hips are warmed up, we want to start moving the joint itself through its full range of motion. The hip is a ball and socket joint, which means it's built to rotate. But stiffness and pain come when we stop using that rotation. This exercise brings it back. Sit on the edge of your chair, not all the way back, just on the front half. Feet flat, hands resting on your knees. Now slowly rotate your hips in a big, gentle circle. Shift your weight to the right, forward, to the left, and back, like you're very slowly hula hooping. Do 3 to 5 circles going one direction, then reverse and go the other way. Move slowly. If one part of the circle feels tight or uncomfortable, slow down even more through that section. That's exactly where you need it most. This movement lubricates the hip joint and tells your brain and your muscles that this range of motion is safe. That matters more than people realize. Exercise 3. Exercise 3 is the knee to chest stretch. This one targets your glutes and the back of your hip, the area that feels tight and achy after you've been sitting in a chair or lying in bed for too long. Sit tall, both feet flat. Take your right hand and place it just below your right knee. Place your left hand there too. Now gently pull that right knee up toward your chest. Don't yank it, just a slow, steady pull until you feel a stretch deep in your right buttock and the back of your hip. Hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe in through your nose, and as you breathe out, let your body relax into the stretch a little more. Then lower the leg and do the same on the left side. Do this 3 times on each side. This stretch directly releases the compression that builds up in your hip joint when you sit for long periods, and it's one of the most immediate ways to get relief. Exercise 4. Exercise 4 is the figure 4 stretch, also called the seated pigeon pose, and this one is powerful. It targets a muscle called the piriformis, which sits deep inside your glute area. When this muscle gets tight, it can cause a burning, aching pain that runs from the hip all the way down the back of the leg. If that sounds familiar, this stretch is for you. Sit at the edge of your chair, take your right ankle, and cross it over your left knee, so your right leg makes a figure 4 shape. Your right knee will naturally drop out to the side. Keep your right foot flexed, toes pointing up to protect your knee. Now sit up tall and very slowly lean forward from your hips, like you're about to bow, until you feel a deep stretch in your right buttock and the outer hip. The more you lean forward with a flat back, the deeper the stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, then switch legs. Do this 2 to 3 times per side. Some of you are going to feel this stretch immediately, and that means you needed it badly. Exercise 5. Exercise 5 is the seated hamstring stretch. Your hamstrings run from your hip all the way down the back of your thigh to the back of your knee. When they're tight, and in most seniors who sit a lot, they absolutely are, they pull on the hip joint from the back and create tension and pain. Stretching them is not optional, it's essential. Sit toward the edge of your chair. Keep your left foot flat on the floor. Now extend your right leg straight out in front of you, heel resting on the floor, toes pointing up toward the ceiling. Sit up as tall as you can. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head upward. Then slowly lean forward from the hips, not from the waist, keeping your back flat until you feel a pull behind your right thigh. It might be gentle, it might be significant. Wherever you feel it, hold right there for 20 to 30 seconds. Do not round your lower back. The stretch should be behind the thigh, not in your back. Switch legs and repeat 3 times on each side. Exercise 6. Exercise 6 is seated hip abduction. Now we move into strengthening, because stretching alone won't fix hip pain in the long run. We need to build the muscles that support the joint. The hip abductors are on your outer hip and thigh, and they're responsible for keeping you balanced when you walk. When they're weak, every step you take puts more pressure directly on the hip joint itself. Sit tall, feet together, hands on your knees. Now slowly slide your right foot outward to the right, just 6 to 12 inches, or as far as comfortable. Hold it there for 2 seconds. Then slide it back in. Now do the left side. Right out, hold in. Left out, hold in. Do 10 to 15 on each side. Keep your back straight and try not to lean your body to the side as you move the leg. The work should come from the outer hip, not from shifting your whole weight. If you want more of a challenge down the road, you can place a light resistance band just above your knees. Exercise 7. Exercise 7 is the seated straight leg lift. This one strengthens the front of your thigh and your hip flexors, which are the muscles that lift your leg when you walk or climb stairs. When these muscles are strong, getting up from chairs is easier. Walking feels lighter, and the hip joint has the support it needs. Sit tall, with your hands resting on the sides of the chair seat for support. Now, slowly straighten your right leg out in front of you until it's extended as flat as possible. Squeeze the muscles on top of your thigh, your quadricep, as hard as you comfortably can. Hold it there for 2 to 3 seconds, then slowly lower the leg back down. Do not let it drop. Control it all the way down. That's where the real strengthening happens. Do 10 to 12 repetitions, then switch to the left leg. Keep breathing throughout. Your thigh might start to shake a little. And that's completely normal. That's the muscle working. Exercise 8. Exercise 8 is the seated inner thigh squeeze. Grab a pillow from your couch or roll up a small towel. This one targets your adductors, the inner thigh muscles. which work together with your hip abductors to create a stable, balanced pelvis. When your pelvis is stable, your hip joint is protected. Sit tall. Place the pillow between your knees. Now squeeze your knees together against the pillow, firmly but not with all your strength. Hold that squeeze for 3 to 5 seconds. Release completely. Then squeeze again. Do 12 to 15 repetitions. You should feel the work on the inside of your thighs. This is a gentle but surprisingly effective exercise because these muscles often get completely ignored, and their weakness shows up as hip pain, knee pain, and balance problems. Exercise 9. Exercise 9 is the seated torso rotation. The hip joint doesn't work in isolation. It's connected to your lower back, your pelvis, and the entire core of your body. When you lose rotational movement in your spine and hips, everything gets stiff together. This exercise works the whole chain at once. Sit tall with your feet flat and cross your arms over your chest. Now, slowly rotate your upper body to the right. Look over your right shoulder, turning as far as comfortable. Hold that position for 2 to 3 seconds. Feel the gentle rotation through your lower back and hip. Now, slowly rotate back through center and over to the left. Right, center, left. Do 3 sets on each side. Keep your hips facing forward. The rotation happens in your torso, not by swinging your legs or shifting your hips. Breathe out as you rotate. This movement restores the natural mobility your body uses every time you reach for something, look behind you, or simply walk, because walking itself is a rotational movement. Exercise 10. Exercise. 10 is the one I want you to end with every single time. Seated deep breathing with hip release. It sounds too simple to work. It is not. When you are in pain, your muscles brace, your hip flexors tighten, your glutes clench, your whole body goes into protection mode, and the harder you try to stretch or exercise through that tension, the more your nervous system fights back. Deep, slow breathing is the signal that tells your nervous system it is safe to let go. And that's when real relief happens. Sit tall in your chair. Rest your hands in your lap. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Now breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then breathe out through your mouth for 6 counts, even slower. As you breathe out, consciously think about your hips. Feel them soften. Feel them sink into the chair. Let them go. Do this for 5 to 8 slow breaths. By the time you finish, you will notice your hips feel less braced, less tight, less painful than when you started. This is not a trick. This is your nervous system doing exactly what it's designed to do when you give it the right signal. That is your complete 10 exercise seated hip pain routine. Seated marching, hip circles, knee to chest, figure 4 stretch, hamstring stretch, hip abduction, straight leg lifts, inner thigh squeeze, torso rotation, and deep breathing. 10 minutes, 1 sturdy chair, done. Here is what I need you to do. Do this routine once a day, every day, for the next 2 weeks, not 3 times a week, every day. Consistency is what changes pain levels, not perfection. You do not need to do every rep perfectly. You just need to show up and do it. Your hips have been neglected, and they've been trying to tell you that through pain. This routine is your answer back. Stick with it. And if this helped you today, share it with someone you love who is dealing with hip pain right now, because they need to see this too. I'll see you in the next one.